All right, everybody, welcome to Thursday night's Paranormal Question of the Day, and we're gonna stick right here because I don't have another intro.
That's awesome.
um, so yeah, this is new. I have not used this service before, so we are using Restream instead of StreamYard. So yeah, so if the comments come in, if not, that's fine. I get it, but we're live on YouTube because I can see it on my TV. Um, we're live on YouTube on another network as well. So pop on in if you like, and we'll get your comments up on the screen here. And so tonight we have Mr. Nathaniel Elwell with us tonight.
What's
How
going on,
you
brother? I'm doing
doing?
well.
Good. How you doing?
Doing well. A little bit tired, man. We took an hour and a half drive today and climbed the Flume Gorge over there in Lincoln, New Hampshire, about 3,300 feet of elevation. Literally got home about 30 minutes before this podcast was supposed to start. Phone was at 5%, and I'm like, man, I got to get on the ball because if not, this is not going to happen.
We always could have rescheduled though too.
I mean, that's true, but I would have preferred not to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got that. I got that. So, for those of you that are tuning in, for those that are out there, I cannot really tell how many people are watching or whatnot. But anyhow, please let kind of folks know who you are and what you do, and do a little background, like how you got into the paranormal and stuff like that.
Yeah, not a problem. So, as you said, my name's Nathaniel Elwell. I've been investigating the paranormal for 20 years as of July 6th. So it's a little bit over the 20-year mark for me now. I'm the founder of two teams, the Newport Paranormal Society and the Southeastern Ghost Research Association in Alabama, where I'm originally from. As far as what I do in the paranormal, I do a lot. I investigate, I research. I call myself a paranormal researcher because I research all aspects of the paranormal. Just like religion, paranormal has different sections, right? You have your cryptids, you have your UFOs, you have, all different aspects, ghosts, obviously ghosts. But
Right.
so I research all aspects of everything unknown, down to I have a few books in my library on spontaneous human combustion. So it's one of those weird niche things that I just like it. I think it's cool. I mean, what better than be sitting in an armchair? Next thing you know, boom, your half your body's gone, but your legs are still there, but nothing else is burnt.
Right. Right.
But yeah, so on top of that, I'm an author. I've got a book called Downloading for the Dead, Investigating Paranormal Applications. Hey Morgan, I see you down there.
Hey,
And
Morgan.
I recently was featured in Haunted Travels Volume Anthology Volume 2 on page 25. I wrote a chapter about the infamous Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin.
Very nice.
And on top of that, I've got my coffee back here. It's you can order it from gruesomebrew.com. It's called Shadows of the Lock. It's a mocha java cinnamon.
Get
And that
into the merch, folks.
yep, just going there really quickly. And then
We'll
me and
we'll do
Morgan
it at the end too.
me and Morgan in January were featured on the cover of Paranormal Underground magazine.
Awesome.
So a lot going on. But as far as other things that I do on TikTok, I go through, I find videos or people share them to me. And if I think they're paranormal, I'll straight come out and say, look, I've tried my best to explain this. And I can't. And I've only come across, I think, 6 videos that has occurred to out of the hundreds that I've put out now. And yes, Morgan, I know your theory on spontaneous human combustion. We're not getting into that right now. But but
Especially with the hot chips and hot sauce.
oh yeah, that probably has a lot to do with it. But but yeah,
Those are
so
funny.
there's only like 6 videos out of the hundreds that I've put out that I've been able to look at and say, you know what, I really don't know what's going on here. But for the most part, I take videos, I dissect them, and I painstakingly go through and still frame the video. And I go through frame by frame. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for film cuts. I'm looking for jumps in the film. As far as the perspective switching just a little bit, I'm looking for string reflection. I'm looking for AI blurring or editing blur. I'm looking for motion blur. So there's so many different aspects that I'm looking into doing this. And I'm not trying to per se debunk these videos
Hmm.
because I wasn't there when they were filmed. I don't know what happened. But
Right.
I can tell you that I am giving you a plausible, logical explanation based off of what I'm telling you as to what could be occurring in the video. And I love it when I say, that's my opinion. What's yours? And people have differing opinions about what I say. And I'm cool with that. I love that conversation because I'm like, okay, well, if you're seeing this, please explain why.
Right.
And what I love is when I get the people that, oh no, that's definitely paranormal because I see this. Okay, well, I see what you're looking at, but can you explain to me why exactly you think that's happening? And then I never get a response. I'm like, okay, so now you're just saying that you believe it's just to kind of mess with me, which is fine. I love that kind of banter. It's fun. It's fun to me. And then on top of that, like, it would have been easier if you asked me what don't I do there, like
Okay,
for
so what don't you do?
because as you know, on Wednesday nights I have my podcast on the All Access Network, the Paranormal Unveiled podcast. We are on season 2. I think we're on guest number 134. I think something like that. And this week I've got an awesome guest. I've got from The Walking Dead, men's mental health advocate and leader of the Hayan Nation, Santiago Cirillo, coming on. So
Awesome.
that's going to be a great show. We're gonna do a lot of focus on men's mental health and why it's so important in the field.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you on that. I mean, I take medication just to keep my senses flowing, so to speak, because I work at a military truck shop that I help put military trucks together,
Right.
and let me tell you, being there for 26 years, you're gonna be on some kind of drugs.
Trust me, I understand that because I work in fabrication. I work for a company that manufactures bridges, and I program the CNC machine. So I go in the morning and it's math till the time I get there, till the time that I leave. And by the time I get home, I'm like, I need something. And what I love is those days when I'm sitting there and I'm looking at something like, man, the math ain't mathing. And then I walk away for about a half an hour. I come back and do the same thing that I did before, and it perfectly works. And I'm like, what the hell was I doing wrong in the first place?
That's how I am when I get up in the morning. Oh, I have to work today. That's good. I don't remember to write in, but I'm here.
Oh, I've had many of those days. See, normally I carpool with my father, but he's been on vacation. I normally carpool with my father, so he has to be there at 6:45 or 5:45. I'm sorry, I don't have to be there till 7. So
Oh, you
typically,
got lucky.
yeah. So typically, I go in when he goes in, and I just take a nap at my desk for an hour.
At least you got a desk.
Yeah. I mean, but it's funny when people come in and they'll be like, "Hey, Nate, are you busy?" I'm like, "Well, I was obviously asleep." They're like, "Yeah, but aren't you supposed to be clock? I don't get here till 7. Whatever you need, it can wait until 7."
I've already got 2 hours in. Yeah, it's not fun.
Okay. No, but it is what it is. I mean, I love my job some days it's hell.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's like you probably never thought, well, I got a job and I got to work on math all day.
Right? No, I never thought that.
I
Because
don't have to. I just put tape on.
the great thing is, like, right now our shop is so lacking in experience, and it's not really and I made the comment the other day and I felt kind of bad about it when one of the operators came in and I was sitting there and I was like, "Could you tell me what level of stupidity you're thinking on?" And they were like, "Oh, that was a little rude." I'm like, "Look, I'm not trying to be rude to you, man, but like, dear God, I had someone send in paperwork the other day with the measurements of 16/18 on it. I have never heard of an 18th." And I'm like, "We're building bridges, okay?"
Uh,
So yeah, it's been rough. I mean, to the guy's fault, what he did was instead of counting this, he was counting the 30 seconds as 16ths. So I mean, at least the guy can count. I'll give him that.
yeah, he can count. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Man, I lost track.
It tends to happen with us sometimes, though.
It does. So now with the bridge, you know about the Causeway Bridge and all that stuff. Are you part of that? That some of your stuff
No,
is out there? Okay.
no, we had no part in any of that. In any of that, no.
Okay.
Hello, Alicia. I see you down there.
Hey, Alicia.
That's my
Yeah,
sister joining in, by the way.
what's that?
That's my sister joining in, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, sister. um,
But
I
yeah, no,
see.
we had nothing to do with that one. I don't know if you have ever heard of it or not. I think they renamed it to the Cuomo Bridge or some crap like that. But we built the Tappan Zee Bridge in New York,
Oh,
and
okay.
so we had almost, I think, 90% of that construction contract that ran through my shop.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. So, well, I've seen bridges. You ever seen the longest bridge where it actually goes under the ocean? There's a tunnel bridge.
I have seen pictures, and that's a whole lot of fuck that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is like that is a no go for me.
Well, they say they pay. What was it like? $5,000 if you can go from one end to the other end.
That is insane. Like
I'll, I'll take it.
I I don't think I don't think I could do it. Like I don't like driving the tunnels in Boston because I know the tunnels are technically underwater. Um,
Oh
I, I
yeah.
I don't like that. Like
That's,
no, well, not just that. Let's be honest. No one really likes Boston.
mhm, mhm.
The traffic sucks. The people are rude, and the airport's horrible.
Well, that's just how it goes, you know. That's just how it goes.
It is indeed.
So let's get into the locations that you've been to and what your thoughts on some of the locations that you've been to and ones that like I don't know if I want to go back to that again. Let's get
So
into that.
when it comes to ones I would definitely like to go back to, there's a small place in Alabama called Elwell, and they have there the old Coffee County Jail. That place was extremely interesting. I that for me would be a place that I would love to go back and do a little bit more
Hmm.
in because we had some great experiences there. We were hearing voices. EVPs in there were wild. Like the EVP in there was clear, and you didn't need to enhance it. Almost everyone you got. No, I have not forgotten that I date a masshole. I know I do, but all the EVP in there was clear, and it was it was just an interesting place with an interesting history because in the flood that they had, so Elba used to flood like once every 3 years. It got so bad that the town no longer offers flood insurance, and so the old Coffee County Jail, I think it was 88, there was a flood where they had, I think, 64 people that were actually holed up in the cells at that point in time, and 6 of them did not make it to the roof and ended up drowning in the flood. And then in 1991, there was a man who fell asleep with a lit cigarette and his mattress caught fire and he burnt to death before they could get him out.
That's crazy.
And then 1970, 70 or 71, Sheriff Neil Grantham was gunned down by a former inmate that he had released. And he was shot. And the day that we ended up investigating it was on the 40th anniversary to the day of the day that he was gunned down on the front steps by that inmate.
Oh jeez.
And it was just an interesting place. As far as places that I could think of, that another place I would love to go back to, Sloss Furnaces. Sloss Furnaces
Hmm.
in Birmingham. I don't believe they allow paranormal investigations anymore. I know you can still tour it, but that place was awesome. The St. Augustine Lighthouse was amazing. I will tell you, fuck them stairs. Um,
Say, did elevator this damn thing?
oh, dude, here's the thing. Like, so when you climb to the top of the lighthouse, they have that 360 catwalk on the outside,
Yep.
right? So if you don't know about the St. Augustine Lighthouse, it's 277 steps to the top.
Hmm.
That's a lot of steps, okay? Like, I don't like it. My knees do not like stairs. So I get to the top and I'm like, man, I know they have a certificate in the gift shop that says I climbed all the stairs. And the guy was like, yeah, you have to walk around the catwalk to get that certificate. I'm like, dude, I am deathly afraid of heights. I am not going out there. So he was like, "Oh, just come on, give it a shot. It's not that bad." I hit the doorway, started to, like you get that dizzy, you kind of do it. Start.
Uh
I
huh.
got on my hands and knees and crawled around the catwalk just to get that certificate. And
Oh.
I would never change it because it was a great experience. And then later on that night, we went back and we investigated the lighthouse and the lightkeeper's house. And the lightkeeper's house was quite interesting because when you go downstairs, they have all of these different they're huge pockets in the concrete that almost look like jail cells or dungeon cells, but they're
Okay.
not. They were dry food storage areas. But just the ambiance when you walk down to that basement, as soon as you hit like the fourth step going down, the whole atmosphere of the building changes. And it's like you go from very light, very, it's not that bad being here. And you
Mm-hmm.
hit that step, you get that instant static charge. And you're like, oh, I don't like this area. And and I know you've been in areas where that's happened to you before,
Yep.
where it's just an instant flux of energy, and you're like, "Oh, this does not feel good. I don't like it. No,
Yeah.
not for me."
That would be Edinburgh Manor, which I'll be going next weekend, by the way. Uh,
Yes,
the boiler room. That's the one that gets me because the spirit is supposed to be normally standing by the boilers. And when I went in there, he was not by the boilers. He was by the back door on the other side, staring at me.
interesting.
And I'm like, walk down there. Lights are fine when the lights are on. You sit down in that chair, like, turn lights out. Nope, turn them back on. I'm getting out.
Yes.
I felt like I was gonna get my ass literally kicked.
Yeah, you know what? And I have a similar experience to that, which I'll share in just a second. I had that experience in the boiler room at Broadhead Manor, actually.
Mm,
Um, so this actually, for those of you who don't know what the St. Augustine Lighthouse looks like,
that's a mighty
this
bitch.
is yeah, this is the original lighthouse, and it's got the whole interior schematic here, and it's all, I believe, in metric. Uh, which I hate metric. It's much easier to read, but I can't stand it.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was something that I saw that I ended up getting from the gift shop there. I'm like, I can't pass that up. I just think that's cool. I want it. I have to have it.
Hmm.
And so boiler rooms. I do love me a good boiler room. Okay. When we went up for the Beard Brawl in July, the original idea was we were going to do a fundraiser,
Hmm.
and the whole event was a charity event, by the way, and we raised a little bit over $6,000, so I'm not going to complain. And so we're sitting there, and I'm like, I got an idea on the Hour of the Wolf podcast. I was like, how about we take bids, and for every say $100 we raise, I'll spend 15 minutes shackled and blindfolded in the boiler room. Well, that ended up never happening. We didn't get around to it.
Hmm.
But what you were talking about the feeling. So when you go into the boiler room at Broadhead, they have the boiler room here, and then you have a walkway that goes back and it curves into the janitor's workspace. Like all these
Yep.
workbenches are back there and stuff. So if you don't have a flashlight and the lights aren't turned on in that room, as soon as you hit halfway down that hallway where it curves, you can't see nothing.
Nope.
Like, so you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
So that hallway, when I was walking down and I had my daughter on FaceTime because I was giving her a tour of the building while I was there, I hit that halfway spot. I'm like, all right, Danny, I don't have a flashlight with me. I know we're on video chat. I don't know how to turn the damn flashlight on my phone on. So this is where I got to stop. I'm going to turn around. I turned around. I took about 5 steps back to where the actual boiler room is. And all from right up behind me, you heard right up behind me. Like something ran up on me. Freaking hairs on my neck stood up. First time I think I've jumped in quite a while. And my daughter hears it on the phone. She's like, "Did something just run at you?" I'm like, "Oh, something just ran at me. It did not want me back there." And then later on that night, we're doing the investigation, and we're over there near the boiler room. And we walk in, and I have what was it? A Fantune Freddie, a Fantune music box. I think is what we had in there.
Hmm.
Was in the boiler room, sitting on one of the crates. I'm standing at the doorway with a guy named Chris. Chris is taking photographs. And I'm like, man, I'm not really getting anything over here, but the energy feels kind of off. And I don't remember how the order of this happened, but it was really funky. Um, I'm leaning into the doorway, and you could see my shadow in every picture he took. He took one photo where the shadow was actually standing up straight, and I never was. I was leaning into the door. You could see the shadow. It's clear as day. It's dark. And as soon as that happened, Morgan came over and grabbed me by my belt loop, pulled me back, and she was like, you don't need to be going in there. Something in there is not happy with you at the moment," or something along those lines. And she no sooner sits down and she gets a text message from our good friend Ash and she says, "Hey, I don't know what you guys are doing at Broadhead, but my Alexa just died. My Wi-Fi cut out. I don't know what you guys are doing, but please be careful because something's out."
Yep.
And so that was kind of crazy, a weird chain of events. So another place that I will always go back to if I'm invited, I will always go back to Broadhead. I love Bill, I love Ron, and the building itself is just amazing.
Oh yeah. And especially the last time I was there was about. Bill told me it was about two some years since I was there last. Now, granted, I had a lot of shit going on in the last 2 years, but um, I was there. Christ, I've been there almost 10 times. I mean,
Nice.
it's because it's like 2.5 hours away from me.
Right.
So, I mean, it's an easy go. But now he's got the library open, bigger space. Um, so
They
there's
redid
more. Huh?
they just redid the gym floor.
Yep. I didn't see the gym floor what it looks like, but I know it got redone. Um, he's doing amazing stuff to that place, and I can't wait to get back there again. The boiler. Now, I've been scratched twice there.
Interesting.
I've been the first time I was there. We were in the janitor spot. I got scratched right behind the ear. That was weird. The second time, so if you climb up the metal steps and go up above, and you got
Yep.
that shelf in there. So I climbed
Yep.
up there. My wife was down below, and then our friends of ours that was with us. They're down there with her, and I was the only one up there. And I'm like, okay, let's try some music. So I put on some heavy metal music. Did not like that at all because I was scratching my arm from that.
I mean, it seems to work quite well in the gym,
Yeah,
but anywhere else in the building you seem to play music, they don't seem to really care for
yeah, yeah.
it. Unless it's Bill playing it for some
Right.
odd reason. Or maybe it was just a choice of music. Maybe the guy with the Barry Manilow guy. Who knows?
Yeah, I was playing Dream Theater, so
Oh, yeah. If he was a Barry Manilow guy, he wasn't going for that.
yeah. And the thing is, too, is by so with the boilers, how big those boilers are. So let's say if those things decide to explode, it blow up a whole city block.
Yes. Yes, they're massive.
Yes. And then the door that goes down to a lower part of the basement, um, that one there. So what I did is I had cigarettes. I brought cigarettes along with me, and I placed it on the step. Say, hey, it's an offering, whatnot. Here it is. So about what was it late at night? Yeah, it was late at night. Next morning, get up, go down, check see if those cigarettes are still there. No, they're gone.
Interesting. You're talking about when you go straight in, like if you're walking in from where the museum is, that you have that second door in the back of the boiler room. You're talking about that door?
Well, the one at the steps, you go further down in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yes. And so I'm like, okay, well, let's go and see if they're still there. Go down there, open up the door. I didn't tap, say, hey, I'm coming in or nothing. I just opened the door, look down. Hey, is anyone there? Whoosh, bang. Goodbye.
Right.
Real fast. I'm like, he don't want us there. I mean, I
No,
have
no.
never seen something hit so hard against the wall. I'm like, you can have cigarettes later.
And there's so many people though that if something like that happened, they would have sat there and antagonized it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like, and that's so wrong to do. I mean, you're invading their space. You're a guest in their space.
correct, correct.
And so many people disrespect that because they think, oh, well, he just did this, so he's trying to hurt me. Maybe it's not trying to hurt you. Maybe it just doesn't want you currently in his space
Yeah,
or in that space. Respect it.
yeah. I
And so
shut the
many,
door and I left real fast.
and I have had so many people over the years, they're call you pussy, whatever, because you're like, hey, I'm really not liking the feeling in this area. We need to move.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well,
oh,
and
well,
sometimes people don't understand that what can actually happen to us if we decide to stick around and not use our better judgment. Because yes, we can get hurt doing this.
oh yeah.
I mean, whether it messes with our brains or not, you know, I
I mean,
mean,
you
it's
can get physically hurt. You can get attachments that follow you
yeah,
home,
yeah.
which attachments, if you've never had one, they are a pain in the ass to get rid of, and they really don't like leaving. So
Oh,
9 times out of 10, they're not fun to deal with.
No.
There is the occasion where you find one that like might be a child or something that's legitimately a child, not a child in disguise by something else,
Mhm.
that actually just genuinely likes your energy and just like, okay, I'm gonna follow this person. That does happen from time to time.
Yeah,
But
that's okay as long as they do work for me.
yeah, right? I mean, I just want them to pay me rent.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, scare those people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're occupying my space. You're gonna do some dishes. You're gonna pay some rent. You're gonna jump out and say boo. You know, I'm gonna put you to work for a haunted house. You're gonna go get a job. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Hmm.
don't follow me home if you don't expect to get put to work.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just and I told the boys last night we had a discussion about what our plans are for next weekend and stuff. And after like the fourth time now being there, I'm sleeping in that manor.
Yes.
I don't care. I'm not gonna pussy out. I'm gonna sleep in the manor because if this is the only big spot I'm going to for the year, gotta make it count. So I'm actually gonna go sit in the boiler room and take that hit.
You know what? It's why not?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I would love to go to Edinburgh. I've not been there yet. It's been on my bucket list for quite some time. So is Ashmore Estates. I know the Ashmore.
We talked about that last night too.
I know that.
Randolph County.
Yeah, I've heard Ashmore is amazing. I've heard Randolph County is amazing. But I don't make it to that area of the United States that often.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, you gotta fly. So
yeah, and you know, I'm not gonna lie. The coming into Chicago last time, like that pilot came in kind of hot.
hey, yeah. Well, I can imagine. I mean, it's just a lot of shit going on. So this is Tom's world. Welcome. How you doing,
Yes, thank you
Tom?
for joining.
Um, so let's get into TikTok and your
Okay.
breakdowns and kind of explain the process. I know we were really quick about the process in the beginning of the show,
Yeah.
but for those of you who want to know what his the breakdown is what he likes to call it. It gets all dark and creepy and full of blue in the face. But as you can see in the thumbnail I had on there, which I'm still waiting to get that poster, by the way.
And I hate the fact that they removed that filter. That filter is no longer there, so I can't use it.
Right, right.
Yeah, I had to switch. But yeah, so as far as my breakdowns go, really, it's more of an aspect of just paying attention to what's going on in the actual video itself. I download the video. I try my best not to screenshot it.
Hmm.
I download the video, and then I go to my edit mode, and I'll go through it second by second, frame by frame. I don't care if the video is 2 or 3 minutes long, second by second, frame by frame. And there's so many different things that you can look for that will tell you whether or not a video is faked. Now with AI these days, it is getting a little bit more difficult to do this. I'm
Yes,
not
it
gonna lie,
is.
some of these videos are quite convincing.
Hmm.
Um, but when it comes down to it, and I go through and I do my still framing process, right? I sometimes I enhance the video. If the video is kind of dark, I do enhancements in it as far as brightness, sharpness, and all this other stuff. Oh, oh, okay. If it's a compliment, I'll take it, I guess. But but yeah. So basically, once I do the enhancements, if I made any enhancements to the video, I always list it at the beginning of the video, so you know if you're watching it, be like, hey, that video looks lighter than the other one, or it looks a little bit different, because I'm telling you what I did to the video to pull out what I'm seeing.
Hmm.
And so I'm going through, I'm looking for discolorations in certain areas because discoloration can be a sign of some form of editing glitch or editing formatting where they just didn't get the coloration right. I'm looking for blurring and anywhere in the video at all, unless the video is just poor quality, which makes it a little bit more difficult as well.
Hmm.
But poor quality videos are easier to fake, so remember that.
Right.
Oh, okay, nice, nice. And so when you're going through and you're looking for all this stuff, like the first thing you want to look for, like I said, I'm looking for blurring and I'm looking for what could indicate possible editing. Once I rule out editing in that format, I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're stopping the film and restarting it. Now, some people are smart and use a tripod.
Yep.
Others are not so smart and they don't. And that's where you can catch them because they think they're starting in the same exact spot, but they're not. You can see through the still framing format that say there's a TV in frame and the TV sitting here. that TV might be slightly higher in the next frame, and they wouldn't even notice it because they're going full speed. And so when you start doing that and you see that, you're like, okay, well, there's a stop and splice here. There was a film cut done here where they did something, either as far as stopping to put something in place to fake, or
Mhm.
whether they were moving something around. We really don't know. But that's an indication that there's some kind of fuckery going on. Third thing I look for is I look for string reflection. Obviously, that's a major one. And a
Yeah.
lot of people have gotten smart over the years, and they've switched to that like point zero 0.03 monofilament fishing line, which is a little bit more difficult to see. Um, but you can still tell if something's being pulled with a string, whether or not you see the reflection. To be
Mhm.
honest with you, you can tell from the jerkiness in the momentum of what's being moved. Not just that, but you're looking for objects that are easy to move, easy to get to. Like I did a video a few months back about some stuff that was coming off of a bookshelf. It's very easy to pull a book off of a bookshelf if the books are leaning up like this and they're not held in very tightly.
Right.
It is very easy to do that. And so what caught me about this video is in four separate occasions, books came off the shelf. And I'm like, you're not going to catch that on video four different freaking times in a row. You're
Right.
not. Or I mean, I guess I'm not going to say you're not, you can't, but the chances of it are extremely astronomical. And so I'm looking for anything that could indicate that. As far as haunted object videos, like I've done a few of those.
Right.
I go through, the main thing I look for with those is camera shifts, splices, or film cuts. And once again, the jerky movement if any of the body parts move, because that's probably going to be a monofilament fishing line. And I did a recreation of one of those where a lady had a haunted doll, quote unquote haunted doll, in a closet, and its leg had lifted up. And I had made a quick little duet video. And I was like, oh, this is most likely just someone pulling a different string, blah, blah, pulling strings. And I got so much flack for that. And I was like, you know what? Okay. No way this could be done with a string. Please allow me to prove it. So I got on there and I was like, oh, I was getting flack for my video yesterday saying that this could have been done with strings. So it's not going to be exact, but we're going to try to recreate this. And I had a Woody doll that, had bendable knees and all that. It worked perfectly. And so we sat my son's Woody doll up in the closet. I had two different strings tied to that one leg. One of them my son pulled and it lifted it forward. The other one he lifted up and it lifted it sideways. And it was almost a perfect recreation. And you could and you couldn't see the strings at all. So and then at the end of the video, I was like, so this couldn't have been done with strings. I told you my opinion. Now please give me yours.
Right. Right.
And when you sit there and you can have a video that you can recreate, then it makes your diagnosis or diagnostic of what you see in the video much more credible. Which is
Mhm.
why I do my best that if I can recreate something, I'm going to try and recreate it. I actually recently got a pale crawler rake suit that I gotta warn the neighbors I'm gonna be running out through the woods in that fucker before I forget to do that. But there's a few videos that I want to try and recreate that involve pale crawlers. And so I'm gonna put on the suit and I'm gonna go out to the woods and show you why it's so easy to fake a pale crawler video if you have poor quality film usage.
Mhm.
Because if you're using a film that is just freaking poor quality and is blurry, you can't tell if it's a dude in a suit or if it's actually a creature. Especially if you're filming in low light without proper lighting.
Right.
So I'm gonna have fun with that. As a matter of fact, my sister I have a B2 something camera from World War II. My sister actually ordered film for it that came in yesterday. We're gonna test that out tomorrow and have some fun with it. But I've never used it before. So
Ah.
but yeah, so pretty much what I like to do is my goal is to not say everyone out there is faking what they're putting on TikTok. Not everyone out there is faking what they're doing, as far as when they post videos. There's two different formulations of paranormal content right now that's going on TikTok. You have your paranormal investigators that are actually live streaming and begging for gifts, which I can't fucking stand. Um, for the record, anyone out there who's watching this, if you are a TikTok live streamer, do you? I don't mind, okay? But if you're live streaming an investigation and there's activity going on, do not ask, oh, if you give us X amount of gifts, we'll go and put a camera over there because you guys are hearing these. Just put the camera there anyway. It's about documenting
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of asking for X amount of likes to get your video more viewed or X amount of gifts so you make money. So the activity is going on, the activity needs to be captured.
Right.
Stop using that platform in that way. That's not okay. You do nothing but cost yourself credibility when you do that. That's all you're doing.
Sometimes I don't even like going live because it's like I want to be in the moment and catching what I'm catching and not having to worry about like, oh, okay, look, camera, you know,
Right. Yeah.
that's just the way it is. And, I'm also going to be using a different app, the one by Connor Biddle. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
got this.
You're talking about the chatter guys.
No, no, no.
No, no, not
That's a different guy. That's a guy
yeah, not
from
chatter guys. I have a copy of his app. I have a copy of it.
Ghost Chatter.
Thank you. Go. I had the chatter right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like almost like a live Estes almost.
Yeah, and you can go live on here now.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So all you do is pair it up with your YouTube channel or whatever you use, and now you can go live.
Thank you, Alicia. Yes, it's a B10. It's a B2 cadet box camera is what it is. Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, so you have so many different platforms right now on TikTok to do it different ways. You have, like I said, we just discussed the live streamers that are begging for gifts. People out there doing that, just stop. You're hurting your credibility and no one takes you seriously. Then you have your second people that they capture evidence on their paranormal investigations and they just put it out there for people to see.
Yeah.
They're not legitimately trying to fake anything.
Right.
They capture something that they think is paranormal and it might not be, it might be. And then here's the thing though, if you are one of those type of creators, right? Do not get upset if you post something online and someone gives you an alternative explanation as to what they think is going on.
It makes you think.
Yeah, not just that, but if you're putting your evidence out there for people to look at,
Yep.
you should expect opinions, and that's
Oh,
all they're
yeah.
doing is giving you an opinion. That's it.
What I used to do a few years ago, I did a little series called EVP Sessions. So whatever I had for an EVP, I would throw it up on YouTube and let people like, hey, what do you hear? You
Yes,
know, I put it up there. I don't care if you're gonna give me crap. Hey, I don't hear nothing. Hey, that's fine. And then on the thing, I would list the times of what I heard and see if they can match up for what I heard.
right. And that's a great way to do it. Because especially when it comes to EVP, there's so many different aspects you have to take into account. It could be audio pareidolia, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We could just be hearing random static, and that's why some people don't hear it.
Right.
Or maybe they just are not hearing the frequency. And maybe that's what changes the words up whenever we play EVP, because you can play an EVP for 30 people and get 30 different responses.
Oh yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe it's the frequency in which the EVP is coming through the speakers that we are utilizing that is kind of making it sound different to everybody else compared to what it sounds like to us.
Right.
Um,
Right.
that's just a theory. I'm not sure. But I actually love that idea because it makes you think. Because when people give you a different response and you're like, okay, well, I can
I mean,
kind of see that.
and I like to replay it and say, okay, let's see if I catch what they hear.
Right, right.
You
And
know.
that's great. And there are a few videos on TikTok from my earlier days back when I was doing my first season of my app test, and when which the app test is what I wrote my book on, obviously. And so whenever I was doing that in the early days, I would take clips that I caught that I didn't hear at the time,
Hmm.
and then put them on TikTok and ask people their opinions. And for the most part, those seem to be pretty well received. But moving back to what we were talking about, then you have your third type of content creator on TikTok are the ones that are purposely faking shit for money, clout, views.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that I try to call out because whether they're purposely doing it or they're not purposely doing it, they don't realize that all they're doing is hurting the credibility of everybody in the paranormal.
Well, yeah. And the one that really comes to mind, and I don't care if he wants to call me on it, oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. I can tell you I'm not a huge fan. I do know who he is.
Yeah. He got caught for faking stuff.
And freaking well, there's one channel on TikTok that's notorious. I do believe they have me blocked because I did 3 of their videos. It's called Smug Puppy.
Never heard of it.
Uh, if you want some entertaining ghost videos, by all means go and watch it. Okay, they got portals that open up everywhere, shit dropping from the ceiling.
Portals are a hard subject.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, their content is interesting, but so many people think it's real. It's not. It's satire. The way that they are doing it. And I've broken down 4 of their videos, and I got a very nasty response from them in a private message once. And then next thing I knew, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm still blocked. Um,
I haven't been blocked yet, but that's okay. I'm waiting for it.
oh, that was I think the 4th account that has blocked me for doing videos.
Oh, hey, calling their shit out, they don't like it. And that's if they can't handle criticism like that, then, like I said, how can they be a credible investigator?
Not just that, but how can you be a credible content creator?
Hmm.
Because you've got to be able to take the good comments with the bad comments. I mean, you have no idea how many times I scroll through my YouTube comments on my videos, and I'm like, man, these motherfuckers are trolling today.
That is true. That
And
is
it's
true.
like I can't do anything but laugh at it. That's all I can do is I can roll through like, okay, that was a good one. That was a good. Someone had once said that I looked like a raccoon with Down syndrome or some shit.
Uh,
Like they go in there and they go wild. And but I'm here for it. I enjoy reading it. It's funny to me.
yeah, and sometimes when like some of us like to film off camera and then present the video like how we usually do. Sometimes I'd like to say, you know what, my live video is my video
Right.
because I won't edit anything.
Yeah. And that's the great thing is just because you're putting a video out doesn't necessarily mean it's not a live video just because you're not live at that moment. If you're not editing it out, then it's still technically a live video because you're filming it in that moment.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how things go next weekend because it's oh, I got a picture to show you after the show
Okay,
because I can't reveal it because I don't know if Mr. Wayne or Mr. John are watching.
that's fair. That's fair.
Because I told him I had something up my sleeve and I cannot promote it yet.
It's never good. It's never good when people go, "Oh, I've got something up my sleeve." Don't you worry. That's when you worry.
I just tell them to bring the pens.
I mean, you know what? Sometimes it's just smart to wear those anyways. Who wants bathroom breaks?
It's gonna be fun just to see the look in her face.
You know what? If you are gonna enjoy it, then I'm going to enjoy it for you.
And sometimes, and that's the thing too. When we're at these locations, it's okay, folks, to have fun and play games with each other. A lot of the times, we're in the dark, and things do get boring.
Yes.
So it's okay to have fun and goof around a little bit because there's a lot of outtakes and a lot of these other programs that are on there. They show you the outtakes they do, what pranks they pull on each other. Um,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
you're.
that's
I agree. I agree with you 150% on that. If you've never been on an actual investigation, right? As far as like say a 7 or 8 hour investigation, you might have attended a few public events that go on for 3 to 4 hours. That's
mhm,
nothing like what happens behind the scenes when you're there for 8, 9 hours, sometimes 10, and you're sitting there in the darkness and nothing is going on. You've got to have fun. I love nothing more than having an investigator jump down a hallway and jumping out of a doorway at them. Like I love doing the whole good jump scare. You've got to have fun because people don't realize we sit here in these rooms and we talk to ourselves in hopes of a response
right.
for nine, like I said, 8 to 10 hours sometimes. And it gets very tedious because you can only ask so many questions in that point in time. Like you run out of questions eventually.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
just kind of sit there and you're like, man, what do we do now? And
It is true. It is true. I mean, it's like we're gonna introduce like hide and seek or hide and clap. You know,
I
kind
like
of
it.
like The Conjuring.
Oh, you're good, Morgan. I know you're crafting stuff for the Paracon. I know it's all good. But
You can
so
see it
yeah,
on retake. It'll be on
yeah,
there.
yeah. But yeah, so I enjoy doing that. Like the thing I don't like is don't eat snacks during an EVP session. Don't do that.
Or fart.
Oh, you know what? It's okay to do that if you tag it.
It's
Just tag
happened
it.
so many times. Or you belch. Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Yep. Or your stomach growls really loud.
Oh yes.
There's been a few times it's happened to me, and I didn't realize that the recorder caught it. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, what the fuck was that? And I'm sitting there, I was like, wait a minute. I know what I was fucking. I know what happened. I was hungry,
Or
and
you had steak and your stomach was.
yes. So
Hold on, diarrhea hour or so.
yeah. Go and eat some of that Taco Bell, and then go to an investigation right now. See how
Oh
that
yeah,
goes for you. But
exactly,
I am all
exactly.
I am all for jump scaring. I'm all for having fun. There are some locations though you can't do that.
No,
Unfortunately.
no.
Like I would have loved nothing more when I went and investigated the Lizzie Borden house. I would have loved nothing more than to have been able to do some of those jump. Well, this was before U.S. Ghost Adventures owned it.
Oh fuck you,
Luckily,
Lance.
but I would love nothing more than to have been able to jump scare some people during that because there was nothing. It was one of the quietest nights I have ever spent in a haunted location.
Yeah,
We had maybe one noise that I'm pretty sure I traced back to a furnace. Um, I mean, I tried everything. I laid on the couch and recreated the murder of Mr. Borden. I actually slept on the floor where they found Mrs. Borden's body in the upper left bedroom. And literally nothing all night. It was so disappointing with the amount of money that you have to spend to go in there and do that.
yeah.
Um,
$2,200 for 8 hours.
yeah, and it was very, very disappointing. Like I said, luckily I got in there before US Ghost Adventures owned it. So I didn't it wasn't as expensive for me, but I know it's up there in price now.
Oh yeah, he just bought. Well, he's got the Axe Burner house.
Yeah, he's got Feliska, which sucks for me because that's on my bucket list.
Yep, I won't attend that. And then he just bought the McIntyre Villa.
Yes, McIntyre, yes.
And I already heard that River to River, he screwed them over. River to River Paranormal.
Yep.
Screwed them over out of the night because they had 2 nights booked. And the second night they had another couple join them and they didn't know.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
You can't that's just bad for business.
Yeah, he double booked and didn't say a
Ah.
word. And he tore apart some of the building already and junked it all up. So yeah, so US Ghost Adventures, yeah, you can suck off.
I
So
I am not I am not a fan, to be honest. I'm not. I did not like how they, and I don't know if they ever actually installed them or not, but I didn't like the idea of how they were disrespecting what happened on the Borden property by wanting to put axe throwing on site.
oh
Like
geez.
I don't know if they ever installed those or not, but where the gift shop area was, they were going to kind of expand on that and put an axe throwing arena in there. Um, that's just disrespectful.
Well yeah. I mean, what are
I
you thinking? They got a trig or something?
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know,
There's other
but
things that do triggers.
yeah. So I'm all for trigger objects, I'm all
Yeah.
for it, but that's not the way to do it.
No. It's
But
tasteless and and that's one way to stop investigating location by stuff like that.
yeah, and I will probably never go back to the Lizzie Borden house.
I won't even go.
I'm happy I got to go there that one time before they bought it, but I believe
Yeah.
they did cut down the pear trees. I do believe they did do that too. Yes,
Jeez.
but I love the one time I got to go. But knowing that they own it, I'll never go to Velisca. I'll never go to McIntyre. Unfortunately, because they were two places that were on my bucket list.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Stephanie
I'm not
just had a hard time, and she unfortunately had to sell it. So,
right.
and life comes first. So,
It does. It does. And I get that 100%. Not just that, but I don't know if you've ever been to Fall River. It is not the nicest town. Uh, I'm sorry, that place is a little sketchy. Uh, it takes a lot for me to call a place sketchy. I didn't want to get out of the car and walk down to get donuts. Yeah, no.
or throw them at a cop.
Should have bought a fishing pole to kind of cast him out there into the road at him, reel him in. But yeah, no, I would never go back there again. Very disappointing place. But I can't speak for everybody's experiences because I've heard
Yeah.
people that have had great experiences there. It's just
Well,
so happens
until
I did.
somebody else owns it, then I'll go. But We talked about the Sally House, maybe going to the Sally House at some point.
Oh, I would love to go to the Sally House just to check it out.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I don't know why people think that it's inherently evil there or something. I don't believe that.
There's a lot of things that can make things a little twisted.
Oh yeah. But it's funny because when you see a lot of these people go in, and say like you get scratched, right? People don't realize human spirits can scratch you too. Just
Hmm.
because something scratches you doesn't make it a demon. You got scratched. You got scratched behind your ear. It doesn't make it a demon.
I hate the word demon.
So do I. So do I. I wish the word didn't exist.
I told people of everything, when I'm done investigating, I'll probably never run into any issues like that. And I believe there's only 2% of out of everything could be.
Agreed. And that's a very hard could,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're not as common as mainstream media television shows would like for you to believe that they are.
It's for
Um,
ratings. It's
it's
all
for
for.
ratings, but so many people fall for it,
Mhm.
and then they go to these locations where, say, a mainstream television show had been there, and because that mainstream television show said there was a D word in there, they instantly think anything that they encounter in that building is evil.
Yep.
But it's not the case. It's misleading. It's misrepresentation by the television companies, but they're doing it for ratings. So it's not done. It's done with malice, but it's done specifically because they want the ratings.
And I believe that also with the pricing on these locations too,
Agreed.
ungodly high. They just want the networks to be there. Like Waverly Hills, $1,500. Missouri State Penitentiary, $1,500. I
Right.
mean, that's crazy. And I think
I
he's
would.
asking McIntyre Villa 1,000.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. See, I would love to go to Waverly as well. Waverly, I think the 1,500 would be worth it for me just because I have always been fascinated with the location.
Hmm.
I've been fascinated with the history, and I always kind of put the history before the paranormal, because without the history you wouldn't have the paranormal. And
Right.
so I am a huge history guy, and I love the history of Waverly. So that's one place I definitely would want to go,
That's
whether or
close
not it was
by.
1,500 bucks.
Yeah. Get 10 people and go.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I would have to be in the area because I don't go to Kentucky very often. So.
Right. And speaking of history, what is your views on urban legends, and would you like to do like a series on urban legends?
So, urban legends. Here's the thing. So, we're going to go into two different urban legends here really quickly. We're going to go into two that exist in every single state. I don't care what state you live in. Every state has a gravity hill, and every state has a crybaby bridge.
Hmm.
And that is a fact. Every single one of them, where a tragedy happened at this bridge, whether it be a school bus or it be a parent with three children or something, drove off this bridge, or there was a woman who got married, but her husband left her at the altar, so she drowned their kids and hung herself on the, whatever the story may be.
Hmm.
Every single state has one of these stories. And when it comes to the Crybaby Bridge, the thing is I can tell you right now, New Hampshire has three of them. So uh, 80% of them to 95% of them, the stories never happened. Okay. It's urban legend, it's folklore that's been passed down, passed down, passed down. Right. And so let's kind of take this into a different aspect here, because what you will realize is a lot of these crybaby bridges actually happen on gravity hills, which is
Hmm.
why I wanted to kind of tie those two together. So a gravity hill is basically where you park your car, you put it in neutral, and
Yep.
the car will seemingly roll uphill, right? Now, yeah, they'll tell you if you get out and you dust your back of your car with baby powder and it goes up the hill, you're going to see all these fingerprints from where the spirits of these children pushed the car up the hill. No, that did not happen. What you're seeing is actually an optical illusion. Your car is not rolling uphill, your car is actually rolling downhill. It just looks like it's rolling uphill. The best way to tell whether or not your car is rolling uphill as far as a gravity hill situation, go with a level. Set your level on the ground, see what direction the ground is going. Because what you're actually 9 times out of 10 receiving here is an optical illusion based off of distance and optics. And so the handprints that appear on the back of your car, they're most likely yours. I'm just letting you know, because the oils from your fingertips do not wash off that easy when you get it on your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You can wash your car all day long, but the oils from your fingers will stay on there for a good 5 or 6 days after you wash it. So what you're seeing here is an optical illusion based off of an urban legend. And the fingerprints explain exactly why. You can see little tiny fingerprints in the baby powder on the back. Oh, Spears pushed my car. No, they didn't. Okay. You went into your trunk for something, you sat your hand down on the bumper, and that's what you're seeing there. But yeah, so it's weird to me how urban legends even get started. There's some of them where they say, oh, if you go up to this house, you know, this truck will chase you down the driveway, and if the truck catches you, then you die that night. Or, you know, or if you go down this road, you do this little ceremony as far as like turning your lights off and on 3 times, honking your horns 8 times, or taking a shit in the bushes. then then you know you drive down the road and a ghost car is going to hit you and you're wrecked with no survivors. Here's my question: if you wreck with no survivors, who in the fuck told the story? It makes
Good.
no sense.
Right. Right.
So it's a lot of those things where, you know,
It'd be fun to have it long to do those, though.
oh yeah, I mean, I would love to do segments on urban legends. There was going to be a point in time, and I just never, it never came to fruition, where I was going to do urban legend testing on my YouTube channel, and I've just never gotten around to it. I was going to test the Candyman, I was going to test the Bloody Mary, I was going to do all those to show people it really doesn't. The only one I would not test, I'm gonna be honest with you, just because it kind of freaks me out, I would not test the Midnight Man.
Hmm.
That one I would not, because the formulation in which you have to say invoke this said spirit, it's more of an invitation to allow something negative into your home.
Oh, yeah. True.
You got to
True.
write
It's
the
a.
note. You got to write the note. You slip it under the door. You wait until midnight. You knock 3 times. You open the door and bite it in. No, I'm not doing that.
I mean, in a way, in the sense that you're almost messing around with the Ouija board.
Yeah. And plus, back when I was going to test that, I was still living in Alabama. If I open up my door at 3 a.m., it's probably a fucking crackhead.
Hey, I got 3 teeth. Can I get some crack? I gotta remove these other 2 teeth I have.
I mean, that's fair. It's a fair assessment. But yeah, I mean, I do love me a good urban legend, though. I mean, I think urban legends, they are the basis of ghost stories. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
right.
I love them if they're done correctly, not overdone. Then I think they're amazing. But when it comes down to it, and you have the oh
That's good.
that's
That's
great.
good.
That's good shit. But that's good. That's good stuff, Morgan. But yeah, no, like for me, I love a good urban legend. Like I love a good ghost story, you know. But when it comes to certain ones, they're just so unbelievable that I don't know why people ever tell them. Because it just doesn't make sense. Now the Crybaby Bridge and the Gravity Hills, right? Those could actually be believable.
Hmm.
Those you can go back through and you could probably find somewhere on that road throughout history that someone has died on that road in the car wreck or something.
Yeah,
So those realistically, they make sense to be believable.
right.
But
The the one I
go ahead.
don't get is the one in St. Louis. There's a cemetery that has like 100 steps, and it said if you walk up all these 100 stairs or 100 steps and come back down, supposedly you die because you're not supposed to do it. I'm like, I don't get that. Like, why would you say something like that? Just say, oh yeah, okay, I guess I want to die, so I'm just gonna go walk up these 100 steps.
So my curiosity is where's the data from this? Like who sat there and watched all these people walk up those steps and walk back down just to see them keel right over?
Right, right. Now, the one that I think is more believable is the mysterious steps in the woods.
Oh yeah.
That
You talking
one
about
is like it's led to believe you gotta walk at least 5 miles deep into the woods, and it can appear and reappear and appear wherever you want to go.
yeah.
And if you climb up those stairs, either you die and they find you 5, 6 miles somewhere else, or you're in another dimension. Is what they come to say?
I don't know. I mean, I'd be intrigued. I assume it's not all that uncommon to find someone dead in a forest somewhere. Um,
Yeah,
I would assume it's not all that common, or uncommon, I should say. So, is it possible that's what's going on? They found these steps and they were like, "Oh, you know what? Curiosity's not going to kill the cat today, but the curiosity actually did kill the cat." Or these missing people, like the missing 411 that go into state parks, they just disappear.
yeah,
Are they?
that's what
Are
I'm talking
they?
about.
Yeah, are they actually, not disappearing per se, but they're finding a way to go to another dimension based off of the basis of what we were just talking about?
Right, right. I mean, that always is intriguing. I know there's videos about it or movies about it and stuff like that, but I always wanted. I was curious. It's enough to be curious about.
For
Uh,
sure.
and there's another one there's a cemetery. It's in Illinois. Um, it's a very popular one. I can't think. It starts with a B, but it entails with a house that appears and disappears and reappears somewhere else.
I've heard about that. I have not looked too much into that, but I have heard about it. I mean, I'd be down to look into that. I should probably look into that more, actually,
Yeah,
because it's intriguing.
right. Now, who's to say like what's in the house? And if you walk into the house and it disappears, where do you reappear?
Right? Where do you go?
Yeah.
I,
So those things are intriguing to me.
if I saw the house, yeah, you know what? If I feel like I would have to go in.
Hmm.
I would have to, just in case it disappears, because I want to know where it goes.
It almost seems like Blair Witchy though.
It That's fair. That's fair. Um, Either way, I just want to see where it goes. I'd be down to try it out. Oh, you know what? Or at least sneak in there, maybe place a video camera in there or something.
Right?
And if it
Oh, and then
disappears,
if it reappears and you grab your camera, if it's lucky it's still there,
exactly,
and pull back and watch a video and see what happens.
exactly.
Yeah.
That'd
It's
be.
like throwing your a fishing line into a portal, so to speak.
Mhm.
And now if I
Yeah,
was able to walk into the portal, I would like to because I want to know what's on the other side.
I just want to peek my head in.
Yeah.
Luck.
But
My luck, the portal would close and it'd be like the cartoons where my freaking head is stuck in the portal and you know what I'm saying?
or like back rooms. You ever see that movie?
I have not yet, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, that takes place in my town.
Hmm. I'm going to watch it at some point. It's on my list of movies to watch. So
It's interesting. It's a very interesting movie. Um, so let's get into your books. That way you can get yourself promoted for your books and get it out
yeah.
there.
So the first book we have is I wrote a book called "Downloading for the Dead: Investigating Paranormal Applications." The foreword is written by Matt Warner from the Warner Paranormal Preservation Society, and what I did was I went through the App Store and I downloaded a bunch of different applications that you could supposedly use for paranormal investigating. I think I've tested a little bit over 30 of them. I believe I've only made videos on 20 of them now. But
Okay.
so I went through and I tested these applications and I realized something. A lot of them suck. So what I did was I wanted to find ones that I thought were useful.
Mhm.
So I went through and I do these videos where I tell you whether or not I think the apps could be useful. And the book is basically the same premise. It's a more inside look as to what's going on in the videos. Like you get some inside information that you don't hear in the videos. Like when I was testing the iOvilus app, it was in part 3. Me and my daughter were going down to the basement, and I fell down the stairs of the basement. That's in the book. You don't hear about that in the actual video. So it's one of those things where I go more in depth, and it's not me telling you that, hey, these applications absolutely work. That's not what I'm doing.
Mhm.
I'm telling you that I think that they could plausibly work for good data collection side tools, not as your main tools.
Right.
Um, it's more along the lines of you have to think about it like this. We use things all day long in this field that have sensors, REM pods,
Hmm.
music boxes. They all run off sensors. Your phone has more sensors within that device than any one singular device that you use on a nightly basis for your investigations.
Correct.
And so, in theory, why would it not be
They have
plausible?
LiDAR to them.
Yes, yes, mine is LiDAR capable. And so, why would it not, in theory, be plausible for a spirit to manipulate your device's sensors in the same way that it would manipulate the devices of the physical sensors that we already set out and use? And that's where I don't understand the hatred for applications, because people will tell you, oh, they don't work, they're fake. You just haven't found the right ones.
Yeah, I study a bunch of them. I mean, I have, uh, yeah, just this page alone. These are all my apps. Actually,
Yeah, that's about how mine looks.
yeah.
That's about how mine looks. I can't wait.
So
I can't wait when I start filming season 2 of the app test. One of the first apps I'm testing is the Ghost Science M3 app, and
okay.
I'm looking forward to that. Mr. Weber sent me a copy of it for free because he loved my review that I did on the Ghost Hunter M2 app on season 1 of my app tests.
Hmm.
And then the second book, which this is not technically my book, it's a collaboration.
Right.
Haunted Travels Anthology, Volume 2. It's curated by Sambal Trusis. But on page 25 here, see, we have Broadhead Manor, the Manor School Spirits.
Great location. So for
So,
those of you who have not been there yet, you need to get there. And it's in Broadhead, Wisconsin.
yes, and if you were in the show earlier listening, this is the boiler room that we were discussing.
Yep.
And so I was lucky enough to get included in this anthology with my very own chapter on my first visit and my first experience with Broadhead Manor. So
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And there's going to be plenty of places that are can be added to that later down the road too, because I'm sure that's going to be more of a uh, an ongoing collaboration
Yeah, yeah,
project.
for sure.
So
Yeah, for sure. Because he's already working on he already just recently, I think he finished up taking submissions for volume 3. So
nice, nice. You'll be in there a lot more.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so, but that just means I gotta buy more books to sell more books. That's what that means.
Where can you get those books and where are they available at?
So this one you can get it on Amazon. I can get copies. I just haven't ordered any yet that I can sign and send out.
Hmm.
I just haven't done it yet. I will eventually. Don't worry. I will get copies.
Right.
This one right here. If you contact me on Facebook, I do have a few copies, physical copies that I can still sign and send out. And every copy, if you buy it straight from me, it comes with a free bookmark that's going to look similar to this, but they're all a little bit different. Got a little
Okay.
ghost reading the book. And I throw some little goodies in there too. Like I throw in some Mothman stickers and some ghost stickers and some Bigfoot stickers.
Maybe they'll crack with extra teeth.
But
I have
that
to.
one, you can get that one on Amazon, or you can order that one straight through me.
Awesome. Awesome. Now we're thirsty. What do you got for thirst?
Right now, I got water.
But you also sell something for thirst.
Oh shit! Thank you. So this is my coffee in collaboration with Gruesome Brew Coffee. Let me turn this off. Maybe you'll see it a little bit better if I turn this light on. So this is Shadows of the Loch Mocha Java Cinnamon. It's a dark roast, and it's drowned in mocha with a sinister whisper of cinnamon. It's a very slight amount of cinnamon, but it's beautifully blended. This is Gruesome Brew in collaboration with the Newport Paranormal Society.
Nice.
And then the
Nice.
last thing is in January, myself and my girlfriend were featured on the cover of Paranormal Underground magazine. You can get these at paranormalunderground.com. I believe that's where the website is. It's either .com or .org. The article itself is basically just giving you a more inside look as to what we do, with her being a medium and me being a skeptic.
Hmm.
So
It's a good combination.
it's an interesting dynamic that should not freaking work, but it works.
Yeah. Uh, just another side note, I will be having her on shortly for
Awesome.
the podcast. So,
I think you guys would get along great.
oh yeah, oh yeah, she's pretty cool.
Get down. What is? Hang on, my Mothman's ass is getting in the way over here.
Hey, Mothman is making its way north into Wisconsin, by the way.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, right now I guess it's said to be in Chicago.
Nice. I
So
I love me some Mothman.
it doesn't get old, but what are your thoughts on the movie compared to what's actual?
When we talk about the movies, I assume you're talking about the Mothman prophecies.
Mhm.
I absolutely thought the movie was well done. I enjoyed the story. I know a little bit is embellished, right? As
Yep.
far as
They all are.
yeah,
Some
as
point.
far as the main character, I think it was played by who was it, Richard Gere, I think.
Yep.
And so obviously the story's embellished, right? But
Mhm.
the movie itself and the way it told the story, a little bit slow, but overall it was really good. And I love the fact that they actually, included the details about Indrid Cold
Mhm.
and how he was kind of involved in that whole thing, or it was involved in that whole thing. No one knows exactly what it was.
Right. Right.
Could Indrid Cold have been the Mothman himself?
Could be.
But I thought the story was great. I enjoyed the movie personally. I just wish I could get down to the freaking Mothman Festival down there in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I would love nothing more than to stick a $5 bill in the ass crack of the Mothman statue.
That's a big statue too. I've seen that.
It is. But why did they make him so thick? Like why?
Yeah, you gotta beef them up a little bit,
I mean, but I would love to go down to the Mothman thing. I actually have a shirt here somewhere that Morgan got for me that says the Mothman stole my catalytic converter, and anytime I wear that shirt, someone's like, "That kind of sounds like Meth Man to me," and I'm like, "That's fair."
Here's another one for you to look into. Van Meter.
Oh, the Van Meter visitor. Yeah, I do know a little bit about that. I've never really quite looked into it very deeply, but I do know it was not cited for very long.
Yep.
Um, very similar to the Dover Demon. It was only seen for a very small time frame. So it's an interesting thing, and it's funky looking too.
Yes. Take a watch on a video called 1903 by Josh Hurd.
19. I don't have a pen. Message that to me after the show because I'll forget.
Yeah, my good friend Josh, he's has quite a few videos out there, but he also is the owner of Melbourne Manor and
Nice,
Fremont County Jail.
nice.
So with Tori Westhoff with the jail, which
I know,
she
I know, I know
owns.
Tori very well.
Yes, Sleeper Mortuary. Um, Two great people.
Oh yes,
Sleeper Mortuary, 15,000 square feet.
yeah. I've watched her do a lot of lives on it, like as far as walking through the building and stuff. Like the place just looks awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
And I had her on my podcast. I think it was last year. I had her on my podcast discussing the mortuary.
yep. I'll be getting those two guys on soon once we could get a date figured out. But yeah, we're going to talk about the jail, the newly acquired jail. He's doing a lot of stuff on that with Ghost Chatter and YouTube and stuff like that. So check out the Fremont County Jail. Um, so that's a cool place. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much all we got going tonight. And as I'm sure beyond the top of the hour. Yeah, well,
I
good
do have a funny
conversation.
I do have a funny thing that just happened though. By the way,
What's that?
I'm sitting here for some odd reason. My eyes crossed or something. I saw the two blue lights that you have there in the background what are those coming up? Those plants? What are those?
Those are bamboo sticks.
Okay, bamboo sticks. I was looking at that, wondering what the fuck that was in my background because I don't have anything that looks like that.
Yeah, so these lights here, I'll back out of the way. So the lights are from Amazon. They're
Nice.
about $60 a piece. They have all sorts of different colors.
That's
They
awesome.
come with remotes. And usually, which I would have an on-air light on, and then I have a podcast light, which I'll get them on. Hold on.
Yeah, but for some reason I think my eyes crossed there, and I was thinking your background was mine.
Oh, that's
Nice.
all right.
That's awesome. I like
So
that.
yeah,
That's awesome.
so usually now the on air I got that from Amazon, and that one I got from Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
So the bamboo sticks, they're from Menards, and the vases are from Hobby Lobby as well.
Sweet. Sweet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I avoid Hobby Lobby. If I go in there, I find things that I don't need.
Yeah. I just actually ordered lights because, as you can see the background, I got lights on the posters and stuff. I'm
Right.
gonna add three more right here on the rack.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, because I want to get one of those little tiny it's like a little tiny on air light, so I can attach it to the outside of my door when I'm doing my podcast. Because my
Hmm.
brother loves nothing more than to knock on my door while I'm doing my show.
But yeah, all that stuff I find those things very useful. And the light there with Travis Wazaki, and we're in the corner here. I don't know if you can see him too much,
Not really.
but yeah, it's camera.
Yeah,
Um,
it's what it is.
but he's got like an old timey pick, like he's from the 1800s, and that light just shines up real nice on his head.
That's
So,
awesome.
but yeah, now I do have one last question.
Okay.
Amityville, real or fake?
Whew, that's a loaded question because you're gonna have so many people tell you that it's real. You're gonna have so many people tell you that it's fake. Me personally, do I believe that the Lutzes experienced something? I believe they experienced something. What was it to the extent that they claimed that it was? Because they came out and said that the book was highly embellished, that it did not happen in at all, basically in the way that it was said that it happened. Um, and obviously the movies embellish it. We all know that. One of the pictures that I've been looking at trying to break down actually because I don't do photograph breakdowns on my TikTok very often,
Okay.
but I'm actually going to start doing that. One of the first ones or one of the first three I'm going to tackle. I'm tackling the Brown Lady of Rynham Hall. I'm tackling the Amityville child, the doorway picture.
Yep.
Because I'm sorry that I don't buy that photo. I don't. And then the third one is the backseat driver, where the guy was driving away from his grandmother's funeral, and his grandmother's seen in the back seat. So I found some clearer images of those, and so I'm gonna kind of try and start working with those a little bit and see if I can maybe break down some of these extremely famous photos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is with Amityville, um, a lot of people don't notice that there was actually a house there before that house was there.
I did not know that.
And they actually picked up and moved that house 2 blocks in a different direction.
Ooh, excuse me, I did
So,
not know that.
and John Ketchum, you know who John Ketchum is, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, before all that went on, they had the Mahanahan Indian tribe out there, I believe it is. I'm not sure if I'm saying the words right, but they had like a war out there. John Ketchum was there at the time, and it's believed that he died there and he's buried somewhere out on those grounds
Interesting.
because he's a warlock. So,
Right.
and then some of the tribe people were actually buried face down and probably in the lake.
That that's some weird history I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff there, and the house was actually built in 1927,
That I
and
didn't know.
the person who built it was the first one to die in it.
That doesn't shock me.
Yep, 1961.
That doesn't shock me at all. But yeah, do I believe that the family experienced something there? I absolutely do. I don't see any reason you spent your life savings and you just up and run out of a house for absolutely no reason at all.
Yeah,
Um,
and they
was it
made
at
a
the?
killing on that franchise with all those movies.
Oh
There's like what
yes,
15 of those,
yeah,
and they're
yeah,
still
and
going.
there's like, yeah, not to mention all the like B movie ones. There's a ton of the
Right.
B movie ones, and if you actually want to get ten, if you go watch The Exorcist, I think it's 4 and 5. They are literally the same movie, just shot from a different perspective.
Yep. And there's a new one coming out next year.
Yes, I did see that, and I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it. I don't care if I'm giving them money; they can take it because
Well,
I
who's
do
in it?
enjoy them.
Who's in it? Who's the main star in that one?
I
Is
do
it
not know.
Scarlett Johansson?
I have not seen a preview for it. I've just heard that it's going to be made.
Yeah, I think Scarlett Johansson's in that one.
Oh, oh man, that's almost as bad as going to a Taylor Swift concert. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch that now.
Hey, I'm going to see BTS next month.
I mean, that's better than Taylor Swift.
I'm not going to understand it.
That's great.
We're gonna be in Chicago. We're gonna be in Soldier Field.
Oh, nice.
So it's my daughter's favorite, one of her favorite bands, and then, so mom went last time, so now I have to go. This
Do you know
time.
what? You're gonna have a blast.
Dear, maybe this will make sense.
Get you one of those Google Translate things.
Oh
Stick it in
yeah,
your.
that goes so fast though. My
That's
eyes can't
fair.
keep up with that.
Yeah, probably couldn't. That's a good point. I mean, it was worth a thought.
Unless you get one of those Rosetta Stones where it
Oh,
just
Rosetta
tells
Stone things. Yeah, that could
headphones
help
on.
out.
Okay, maybe bombing ahead to something I don't know what they're saying.
That's awesome.
But it's
Oh, that's
okay.
great.
It's all for my kid, and I want her to have a good time. So,
Look, I
and
get
I'll
that.
learn some different language at the same time.
I mean, I get it. I'll pretty much, do anything for my son if he wanted to go see something or something. I would try my best to make it happen,
Yeah.
unless he wanted to go see Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, I have extreme hatred for that woman. I can't stand her.
Now, my daughter has a love-hate relationship with that chick. Sometimes she loves her, and a lot of times she doesn't. I mean, granted, yes, she does give a lot of her money away for charities and whatnot, and that's a really good thing that she does with her money and stuff like
Right.
that. But then there's other things that's like, okay, now you're making songs about breakups and fights, and you're not even going through that right now. So there
It's
was
weird.
something with her wedding. There was a song that they played that she made for her wedding, and it was about a breakup or something like that. Like, why would
What?
you play that at a wedding, at your own wedding?
That's bad juju.
Yeah. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? It's just put yourself on the blacklist.
Yeah, that's bad juju. You don't do that. You don't. You don't.
But hey, she's worth billions, so I guess she could do what she wants, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, Nathaniel, tonight was a great chat, and we got into a lot of different sections, and it's always great to have you on. And I think
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna try and get you on more as a co-host if you're willing, and talk to some more guests because I think it's the tune two are working
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good that
I
way.
mean, if I got time, I can't guarantee I could do it every week, but if I got
Oh
time, I
no,
don't.
not really. Just
Yeah, I
every
wouldn't mind
once in a
jumping in
while.
there. Yeah.
So, so for paranormal, well, normally it would be paranormal group, but I don't have them on right now because I only get 2 destinations. So now I got to pay for the app. So, so there is no intro. So that's how it goes. So for BB3 TV and MGS Paranormal 4258 off of YouTube, this is Nathaniel. I'm Darren, and I bid you all adieu and have a good rest of your weekend. And I will see you guys next weekend at Edinburgh Manor. Hopefully, we'll be live and up and well on this same stream. So, hopefully, everybody enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you for all coming in the comments and letting me know it works. And
Hey, it worked. It worked pretty good in my opinion.
yeah, this is actually pretty smooth. So I like how the colors turned out. So this is Restream, and we are going to say, I bid you adieu. Good night. Bang. Later, y'all.
Have a good night, everyone.